Sobat 100, still with me Alfiani in 100 Institute program. Today, we're going to learn about hortatory exposition. In this video, we will learn about the definition, purpose, generic structure, language feature, example, and also Q&A. Let's go to the first part, the definition of hortatory exposition. Apa sih teks hortatory exposition itu? Hortatory exposition is a type of text that is intended to explain readers that something should or should not happen or be done. Jadi teks hortatory exposition adalah teks yang ditujukan kepada pembaca tentang sesuatu yang seharusnya terjadi atau tidak seharusnya terjadi. Okay, let's go to the purpose of hortatory exposition atau tujuan dari hortatory exposition. Tujuannya adalah to persuade the reader or listener that something should or should not be the case. Di sini ada kata persuade yang berarti membujuk pembaca bahwa sesuatu itu penting untuk dibahas. Urgent. Next, let's talk about the generic structure atau susunan paragraf dari hortatory exposition. The first is thesis. This is the introduction to the main idea of effects or events that will be raised or discussed. Thesis usually comes in the first paragraph. And in this first paragraph of hortatory exposition, it will tell you what is the text about. Jadi, tesis berisi tentang pengenalan ide pokok penulis tentang suatu kejadian yang akan diangkat atau dibahas. Misalkan nih, tentang bahayanya merokok atau pentingnya laptop untuk siswa saat ini. Okay? Let's get to the second. The second is arguments. Arguments are the opinions of the writer that support the main idea. The more opinions, the more attractive the text. So, arguments contain the reasons why something is important to talk. Jadi Sobat 100 mengerti kan bahwa arguments berisi tentang alasan-alasan atau pendapat yang mendukung thesis di awal. Semakin banyak pendapatnya, semakin banyak pula pembaca yang setuju dan yakin terhadap hal yang dianggap penting oleh penulis. Well, the last is recommendation. Recommendation contains a recommendation of the writer to the reader. So it tells you what to do for the case. Maksud dari recommendation adalah ajakan atau saran yang sebaiknya dilakukan terkait permasalahan yang sedang dibahas di teks. Okay? You got it? Next. Now we have language feature of hortatory exposition atau unsur kebahasaan yang biasanya ada di hortatory exposition. First is using simple present. Subject plus verb 1. And the second is using modals and modals adverbs. Like must, should, might, certainly, surely, and etc. The third is using action and thinking verbs. Verb adalah kata kerja. Jadi action verb adalah kata kerja yang memiliki aktivitas, sedangkan thinking verb adalah kata kerja yang terjadi di pikiran saja. For example, choose, plan, walk, know, and etc. Well, the fourth is using temporal connective atau kata hubung waktu. like firstly, secondly, and etc. The fifth is using abstract noun atau kata benda yang tidak bisa dirasakan dengan panca indera. Contohnya adalah policy, advantage, disaster, and etc. The sixth is using evaluative words atau kata yang mewakili sudut pandang si penulis, like important, valuable, trustworthy, and etc. And the last is using passive voice atau kalimat pasif, which has form subject, to be, plus verb 3. And the example sentence is, it is known that blah blah blah. Well, if you guys want to know more about the language feature used here, like simple present, abstract noun, passive voice, and others, you can click the description box below. To make you more understand, let's go to the example of hortatory exposition. The first part is thesis. English nowadays has an important role in our daily life. It is the massive means of communication. Is there a strong argument which says that English will not give any benefit? Jadi, setelah melihat tesis, kita mengetahui bahwa ide pokoknya atau teksnya berisi tentang English nowadays has an important role in our daily life. Berarti teks ini secara keseluruhan akan membahas tentang pentingnya peran bahasa Inggris untuk kehidupan kita sehari-hari. Well, Sobat 100, masih ingat kan generic structure yang kedua di hortatory exposition setelah thesis? Yap, it's argument. Atau alasan kenapa bahasa Inggris itu penting. As you can see here, the first argument given by the writer is learning to speak English well may be the best way to improve our life. The second is, if we can communicate in English, we can contact people from all over the world. The third reason is, if we can communicate in English, we can travel more easily. Yes, of course, because English is spoken in more than 100 countries. Well, the last generic structure is recommendation. Apa sih yang disarankan penulis untuk pembaca? We should make every effort possible to find somebody to speak with. Jadi kita harus menemukan seseorang yang bisa kita ajak untuk doing conversation. And the next recommendation is speak English as much as possible. The last session is Q&A or question and answer usually asked in hortatory exposition text. This is the example of the question. From the text, we know that there are many benefits of studying English except A. We can communicate with people around the world. B. We can travel easily because English is spoken in more than 100 countries. C. We can buy things we want for free. D. If we lost in foreign country, we can ask for directions in English. Be careful to this question because it has the word of except in the back yang berarti kecuali. Sobat 100 tahu nggak jawabannya apa? Jika kita lihat lagi teks sebelumnya, benefit atau keuntungan yang pertama adalah if we can communicate in English, we can contact people from all over the world. Jadi kita bisa berkomunikasi dengan seluruh orang di belahan dunia yang lainnya. Lalu yang kedua adalah if we can communicate in English, we can travel more easily. Lalu yang ketiga, if we lost, we can ask directions or ask for help. Jadi, apa hayo jawabannya? You are correct. It is C. You are doing a great job. We have talked everything about hortatory exposition in this video, and it's all done. If you want to know more videos about English, you can click the next video. See you!